Hello peeps, how are you today? I was going to upload a video of me fixing my e-bike, and I've got a few other videos to put up, not political, but my Mimo app for DJI decided not to do it today, so I thought I'd put up a political rant. Now, this is for all those people that were talking to people like you and me and talking down to us when we said do not vote Labour because they're not the Labour Party anymore. They aren't. And if you saw yesterday, I don't watch the normal media, but I saw some clips of them shouting and bawling. 50 Labour MPs abstaining, got no balls to stand up to their leadership, or cutting elderly pensioners' money. People have got to the end of their life, just want to be left alone. They got thin blood, they're on medication, they can't go nowhere, just asking to be kept warm. That is it, but no. The reason they've done this is because the Labour Party and the leadership of the Labour Party are basically trying to teach the elderly a lesson for not voting for them, because they believe that they didn't vote Labour, and that's why they're doing it. It's a statement. That's what it is. And earlier on, I see a lot of these lefty people basically sticking up for it all and pretending it never happened. Now, here's the rant, right? People like me, people like you watching this, the people who watch my videos, were saying on the run-up to the election, nobody is questioning what they're going to do. They're just being put in. They're going to put taxes up. They're going to do this. Nobody was listening. All we were getting was abuse. I was having it off relatives. What's this? What are you voting for them for? What are you doing for this law? I had it off friends when I was voting reform. What do they think now? What has happened? If you can't see it, or if you haven't opened your mind up, the Labour and Conservative Party is no more. They have melded into one, and they're being used by the civil service. So every 10 years they're being changed, and the same lot are being put back in, just with different faces. When are you going to recognise it? Now, the party that's come in now, that people supposedly were having a go at us about, not voting for, is doing harder policies on the poor than the previous party has. And he's going to. They're raising taxes on everything. And don't be fooled, it's going up on everything. On fuel, carbon taxes, everything. People are going to be absolutely brassic and skint. And these knobs that were having a go at me and you are still sticking up for them. This lot are taxing worse than the previous lot. And this lot now agreed with everything and all the spending during COVID. They never questioned any of it. Wake up, people. What on earth? The only way to sort this out is to vote for a party that isn't in this cabal. Whatever you think of reform, and it has got problems, 50% of the policies that we want are on there. If enough people vote for them en masse, this will scare the establishment into putting some of these policies through onto the other parties. Now, if you voted Labour and you're happy now, you must be mad, because we're in a war deeper than ever. We're giving money abroad deeper than ever. We're cutting stuff here. We're taking away free speech and our freedoms. We're bringing in replacement people from other countries. The civil services, they're doing it out in the open. Out in the open. They are spending billions per year in a replacement of us. And if you haven't grasped that, you haven't got nothing upstairs. All these universities and schools and all these progressives are being at women and girls not to reproduce, get your career. Now they're trying to get them into alphabet people, and we're not replacing each other. So they decided to bring in other people from other countries to replace us, to pay the bills they've created. These bills that they've created were not us. These were bills they created to a pandemic, in my opinion. In my opinion, what happened is that everybody was scared to start with, including me and my family. And the first lockdown, I can totally understand, because nobody knew what was going to happen. But what happened afterwards is the civil service has got itself into such a mess, frightening everybody, they could not go through with lockdowns. Because they'd look stupid. Because it wasn't as bad as they thought it was. It was only affecting people who are elderly. Now, if we just pushed all that money towards the elderly and keeping them safe, instead of keeping people like me and younger people safe, we weren't getting hardly anything wrong. You just getting the flu, especially younger people. It was only affecting blokes over 50 years of age, 60 years of age, 70 or 80 years of age. Of course, it was affecting women at our older ages, but it was affecting men more. So the civil service had got themselves into such a state and wound everybody up so much that if they'd backed down then, they'd have looked stupid because they wasted all this money buying all this nonsense. So they created all these bills, Labour and Conservative and Liberals, all in that Parliament. They bankrupted our country over nothing. All in the Western world. Now the little guy's got to pay for it. Now when I was younger and got into my teens, the Conservatives were the party of the business. And I know a lot of people don't like that, but businesses create jobs, and that's what got me out of poverty when I was younger. We had nothing when I was younger, but what got me out of poverty was a good job. And I had a good job in a factory. That's what got me out of poverty, and I could save and have self-respect. They forgot all that. Conservatives forgotten all that because they've melded together with this progressive, what is the word of it? Conglomerate all around the Western world. Our Parliament is full of this progressive conglomerate. There is no parties there. It's all a sham. And if you can't see that now, you need your head examined. Because we're having harder policies now with what was the Labour Party. When I was younger, the Labour Party was a Tony Benn. That was Labour Party. Tony Benn, Dennis Skinner. People who worked like Dennis Skinner down the mines. People who worked for a living. You don't see that now. They're university people coming out of university with political agendas. They no longer represent us. So this has been a Gaza rant today. It wasn't originally meant to be, but I just been thinking, it's doing my head in, to be honest. Wake up, people. I bet they look at that. We need an apology, to be honest, off a lot of them, telling us, oh, this and that, because we were right, and we've been proved right yesterday. So, end of Gaza rant. Please subscribe, and I'm putting up some other videos. Not always political, but I was having a bit of a problem today, so that's how this one come about. So, thank you for subscribing. I'm very blunt in my videos, but I'm truthful, and I never lie. Please subscribe. Ta-da.